Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Why not ask? The question for the day, it's the new word. Let's hear the options here. Here it is.
Okay, so the word of the day is cardomancy. Cardomancy. It's a word of French origin which appeared in 19th century and means fortune telling by interpreting a random selection of playing cards.
How's your cardomancy today? What are the sentences that we can use this for? What are the examples?
I was skeptical of any predictions produced by cardomancy.
Cardamancy. Let's say what is the word again means. What is it the meaning?
Fortune telling by interpreting a random selection of playing cards. So basically, fortune telling using cards. Cardamancy. Do you guys know this word? Or it's something new for you? We're learning a lot of words every day.
Okay, the tarot mystic reader was using his cardomancy skill to predict the possible outcome of the multiple dimension universe. Something like this. Cardomancy is the new word. Tell them now about this company that is sponsoring this advertising. Tell them the advertisement. What is the name of the website?
There's a cool website called Word Genius.
Okay, time for free advertisement. Not free because these people paid us thousands of dollars just to make this video to to tell you that if you guys want to look like a genius in English and you can surprise even your English friends, use the cardomancy techniques to go into the wordgenius.com and read some new words. They are also well described with pictures, sentences,
And audio.
and audio.
By the way, you can subscribe to this to the newsletter,
Let's
and
hear
you
how
can
this-
receive one word each day
Okay, now let's hear.
via email.
Here it is, how it sounds. What? What's up with the sound? Okay.
Cardomancy. Cardomancy.
Cardomancy.
Cardomancy.
Cardomancy was
Cardomancy.
You see how useful this audio is because
Cardomancy.
we stressed another syllable.
Cardomancy.
Cardomancy. What was the word of yesterday?
VI.
Veridical.
Veridical. Yeah, that's a good word. Get some veridical truths about the universe. Okay, so yeah, why not ask these questions and why not go to Word Genius because they paid us thousands of dollars for us to be here and to enlighten you, and why not ask the important questions about your life. The topic of today's video would be DJ Flash. DJ Flash. This is the sound that you do when you push the button in the toilet. DJ Flash is here. No, DJ Flash. This is like a Flash Gordon, okay? Like a thunderstorm. It's not the Flash, it's Flash. Let's get some training on the e sound. What's the difference? I don't get it. For me, everything it's almost the same. I
Okay,
hope
say I run every day.
I run every day.
I ran yesterday.
I ran yesterday.
This is the difference.
Oh yeah? Okay, for me these things are very difficult to pronounce. We don't have
For
the
me
sound,
too.
the sound but cardomancy. Cartomancy? Cartomancy.
Cardomancy.
Cardomancy, yeah.
Cardomancy.
Okay, so what we're going to be talking about today?
Cardomancy.
Cardomancy, okay. DJ Flash will announce. DJ Flash, say it. Oh, yeah. Somebody is calling.
No.
Okay, so DJ Flash will announce today's topic, which will be up to her to decide.
Okay. Let's discuss the power of words, which is underestimated.
Oh, yeah, the power of words. Yeah, I can talk about this a lot. Now, sentence number one in the standard why not ask question. Do you know that your vocabulary determines your intelligence? Okay, shall I put it Jim Rohn style? Do you know that the higher count of words you know, the higher your intelligence is? Simply said, the more words you know, the more intelligent you are. That's a good question. Do you know that? Because that's the reality. Now, let's talk about from perspective of a person that is here in United States of America for 20 years and it's a victim of the Americanism and the American way of talking. Now, when I was back in my country, I knew thousands of words because it's native. I read a lot of books and literature. So when I was a kid, these words, they are in my mind forever, but not in English. When I came in America, I put myself through a test to learn new words every day. And I learn and I learn. I think I know more words than most. I would say 95% of the people that are here, born in the United States of America, I guarantee you that I know more words than 95% of the people of the America. However, what happened with me, when I talk to people, I don't use any of these words because I don't use them because they are not everyday common words. And because I don't use them, or maybe because I don't talk to like high intellectual people who has to use their cardomancy to see me, I forgot all these words. And just last week, Word Genius called us and say, hey, listen guys, we see you have a great channel that is discussing all these cool stuff. Why don't you promote us and we're gonna give you a couple of $1,000 to just to say it? And I say, sure. What the hell is going on in Brooklyn? Okay, this was the fire truck. So I looked at their wordgenius.com and she tried to test me on these words. And there was a glimpse of this knowledge in my mind, and I say, yeah, I know this word. Yeah, I know that word. Yeah, I know. I knew probably 40 or 60% of these words, but I could not recall their meaning. I didn't know what they mean. In other words, I just forgot everything that I knew just because I did not use them. I bet you not, most of the American people only use 5% of the known English vocabulary. And they didn't put the effort to learn all these words. And now, what are the benefits of this? It's such a noisy place. We gotta quit here. We gotta go to some other quiet place. So what are the benefits of knowing a lot of words and thus increasing your intelligence? Because sometimes in a conversation, instead of to go about to explain something with 5 or 10 sentences, sometimes more, you just have to say one word and you are right on the point. But you don't know the word. You never learned the word, or if you learned the word like myself, you forgot the word and now you are again in front of this predicament. Wow, how should I express myself? So that's it.
Yeah, I think that you're absolutely right about the connection between intellect and vocabulary.
I didn't come up with this.
My daughter was so surprised. Yeah, don't steal my microphone. She's in 8th grade, and she said, "Wow, I was so surprised today. I was the only one in the class who knew the word remorse." And it's not such a advanced word, especially for an 8th grader. I remember I was reading Dostoevsky in 8th grade and all this advanced Russian literature. Yeah, so reading will definitely help anyone to increase the vocabulary and to better understand the context this or that word can be used in. So if person continues reading on a daily basis, mostly, I don't want to say fiction, but fiction writers use many beautiful, unusual words in very unusual contexts. So yeah, guys, if you continue reading, or maybe listen to intellectual people, your vocabulary will dramatically increase. But it should be done on a daily basis. There should be a system in learning everything. Any discipline requires attention and systematic approach. What else can you say about words? That eloquence is it a gift or is it a skill? Do you acquire eloquence or you are born with certain, I don't know, degree of talent towards eloquence?
That question is absurd. Of course, it's a skill. Eloquence is a skill. That's why we go to school. That's why we go to school, the 1st grade to 8th grade to 25th grade. Eloquence is definitely a skill. Now, since all this channel is based on questions and answers, and here and there some practical advice, I will tell you the best practical advice you can increase your eloquence in any language, not in just English, but I will tell you how to go about the English, because English is very simple. Now, you have to go to those places in that, I will give you an example. TED Talk is one of these places. TED Talk, it's a place where good, educated people, intellectual, they give talks on any kind of topic. If you are into health and wealth, there will be 100,000 people in TED Talks. There's something, if you are in science and engineering, TEDx, it's also TED Talks. Now, a good system to learn is to just to listen TED Talkers, and they will talk, and they will talk, and they will talk, and at one point they will say a word that you don't know. And you're gonna be like, wow, what is this word? And this is what you do. You need a piece of paper, you need the scissors, and you will cut these cards. They call them 5x3 cards. My cards, I did this many years ago. So you cut this card. This is, you can pre-cut many of these. These are 1x3 inches cards. And here you write the word. Give me a word that I don't know. What is it? Cardamancy.
T.
Cart, from cart. From cartomancy. Okay. This is your new word, right? You have this piece of paper, and on the back you write what does it mean in your language. Whatever, cart. In this case, and you can
Fortune telling by using
Okay.
by interpreting, playing cards.
telling, and you write the meaning here, the meaning This is the word. This is the meaning in the back. And you can also, if this word it is in your own language, you have this word in your own language. Some of the words, they don't have substitution in your language. But if it's in Russian, you put it in Russian here, and you have these little things, and you have 50 of them. You listen, you have 50 of them, and you carry them in your pocket, in your back pocket, with a little money band rubber band. So when you have nothing to do, you have these little things there. They will be like this. You open them up, and you go and just flip them with the words like this, and you just look at them and say, what does it mean? Okay, if you cannot recall, if you cannot understand, if you cannot come up with the meaning, you flip the card and say, oh, this is fortune. Yeah. And this is the way to learn vast vocabulary through physical means. That is the best that I found. There are other ways, but in this is very good for advanced users and for level. So what you're going to do, you will just keep repeating these words, and they will become part of your vocabulary. You can touch them, you can see them, you can smell them, and when you are bored, or when you are in a little break, or even when you are in any situation, even when you are in a conversation, you can just put your stack of like this big stack, and you can even impress a woman, yeah, or a guy if you are a girl, or you can impress somebody, and you may say, yeah, here is my, and the other person will say, oh, what are you doing? And you can say, yeah, this is my process of learning another language. And you can learn 5, 10, 20 languages like this. And then the other person can say, oh, that's a cool system. And you can say, hey, it doesn't cost too much. You know, you need the scissors, you prepare 100 of these. And trust me, in just 2 months or 5 months, let's say you practice this for half a year, you will exceed any native speaking person in United States of America by just utilizing this system. That's it.
But it's not just about the words. Eloquence is not just words you are using, but eloquence is how you use this or that particular word, in which context. The grammar should be proper too. If you know nice words but your grammar is not proper, then guess what? You're not gonna impress anyone. So in order to improve your grammar in any language, you absolutely have to read. Because when you read, your photographic memory works. You just take pictures of this or that particular sentences, structures, and all that stuff. Because when you listen, it's different. It's just different. When you listen, you don't know how the word is spelled. You don't have the structure in your brain. You just practically parroting another person when you are learning a language by listening only. So that is why it is very important to read books, to read interesting advanced articles, because if you only read fiction, your vocabulary will be very beautiful but still limited. So yes, I agree that you have to learn words from different domains by reading different types of literature.
I want to focus your attention on the truth. This will help. Now, the purpose of this technique, it's only to increase your vocabulary. And what did I say in the beginning of the conversation? The size of your vocabulary will determine your intellect, kind of, right? And there is a study, by the way, the study done in the 70s or in the 80s, and the study was in the jails of United States. And they made this study, and they found that people that have very low vocabulary in the inmates, the lower the vocabulary, the lower the intellect. That is a scientific study, and that technique it's only to increase your vocabulary, not your grammar. You know, for the grammar you have to do what she said, just read, memorize. But I'm simply because a lot of people, most of the beginners, if you're a beginner on any language, you first have to acquire the vocabulary. You cannot speak any language unless you have vocabulary. The simple vocabulary is I, me, she, her.
Yeah, some
This
simple
is
words.
this is how you start in any language. So that is a good way. This is how we learn language, and mostly we learn language by listening. But once we hit this word that we don't know, for example, sometimes I listen TED Talks, and the person is saying a very complicated big sentence, and in the middle of the sentence is this word that I don't know, and all of a sudden I cannot get anything of what he said because I'm only lacking this word. Now, if I knew this word, if I listen this into the next TED Talk and the next speaker use this word, I will associate this, probably association based technique. I may even associate one speaker with the other speaker. My mind will be like, oh, remember this guy said this word over there, this word meant this, and that's it, the basic thing. So this technique works. It works to increase your vocabulary. And thank you for the wordgenius.com that is existing, and also thank you guys that you send us so much money, so we don't have to work anymore in our lives. You know, we can only just mention your website, how genius this website is, and pretty much that's it I have to say for the moment.
Yes, friends, let us know what you think about eloquency and about the power of word. How important it is to be able to express yourself beautifully and eloquently. Yes, what do you think about it? I think it's very, very important, especially today when one can make money out of pretty much talking all the time. All these gurus, coaches, all this kind of lecturers, what they do, they pretty much have some knowledge, but they shape it beautifully in words for you and me, guys, to be interested in listening to these lectures. Are we taking our time again? Okay, yeah, it was quite a long video. And the topic was very unusual for us. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching our channel. Subscribe, like, and share if you guys like our content. Have a nice day. Be eloquent. Don't underestimate the power of word.